My colleague Brijesh is joining me right now to get us more updates. Brijesh, as far as the opposition party is concerned, they are unrelenting in their demand to hold a SIR discussion both in the parliament, and similar scenes are also unfolding in the Bihar assembly. What do we know about the fate of the Bihar elections then? Because there are also murmurs about the RJD contemplating to boycott the assembly elections once and for all.
Well, I think, what is happening is that there's a big slugfest which is going on between the opposition and the government. And today morning also, Election Commission, the Chief Election Commission issued a statement in which they made certain pointed observations. They went on to say that does the opposition or does the political parties expect us to take, unverified people or people whose, addresses have not been verified, people who are not citizens of India into the voter list or not. And they said that the process which they are following is clean, and there is no, there's no hanky-panky as far as this entire process of voter revision, voter list revision as far as Bihar is concerned. But the opposition is saying that, this is akin to looting the right to vote. And what Election Commission is doing, as per the allegations of the opposition, it is doing at the behest of the centre government, for which winning of Bihar assembly election is extremely important. Last evening we heard, Tejasvi Yadav, who is also chief of RJD, saying that if this is the way elections are going to be fought, then it is we might as well stay away from it. That was a big loaded statement which has come from Tejasvi Yadav of RJD. In the morning also we saw, at 10:30, 10:40, all the India Alliance members standing outside Makardwar protesting vociferously against what they call SIR imposition and government not coming clean, and Election Commission playing biased as far as this particular case is concerned. So there's no love lost as far as between the opposition and the ruling bench, treasury benches, as far as the issue of SIR is concerned. Samya?
Absolutely, Brijesh. But we know for a fact that the government sources are telling News 9 that the government is not willing to discuss SIR, at least in the monsoon session of Parliament. They are in no mood to entertain the opposition party's demand to hold a discussion. What they want is that the proceedings of the House must continue. There are legislative business of the House that needs to be carried out. There are certain bills that needs to be introduced, that needs to see the light of the day. And the opposition party is only trying to derail it by trying to use SIR as the main agenda to corner the government.
Well, I think, the government is saying that they want, if the opposition wants discussion on any particular issue, they have go through a proper procedure, and not by trying to take the parliament hostage or both houses of the parliament hostage, or try to browbeat the government into any kind of discussion whatsoever. The opposition is saying that, what can be more important in a democracy than the right of voters being trampled upon? And they are saying, is there anything which is more important than it? And if it is not, then why is government shying away from a discussion? So, both sides are pretty adamant on their stated position, and we saw how, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla trying to exhort the opposition member of parliaments to behave in accordance with the law of the Lok Sabha, and also requested them to make sure that the House is able to function smoothly. But I think, it has all fallen on deaf ears. The opposition seems to be in no mood to relent, and that is the reason why we have seen the lower house of the parliament being adjourned till 2. I think, in all probability, it's only tomorrow is left for the first week of monsoon session. It is going to be a complete washout as far as this first week of the monsoon session is concerned. Samya? Absolutely,
Brijesh. Thank you for getting us all those details. Let us also listen to several political reactions coming in from the parliament itself.
देखिए, SIR का मुद्दा जो है बहुत गंभीर मुद्दा है। इलेक्शन कमीशन बिल्कुल धांधली में चाह रहा है और बीजेपी की गवर्नमेंट बनाने के लिए काम कर रहा है। ये अब इलेक्शन कमीशन नहीं रहा। अब ये इलेक्शन कमीशन खत्म हो गया है, ये एक पार्टी का ऑफिस बनकर रह गया है।
अगर वोटर का राइट ही नहीं होगा, आप वोट डालने ही नहीं जाने दीजिएगा, तो ये तो लोकतंत्र की हत्या हो जाएगी। तो चुनाव का क्या महत्व है? चुनाव का मतलब क्या है? डेमोक्रेसी का मतलब ही क्या रह जाएगा?
SIR has been conducted, has raised more questions than reassured the voters of Bihar, and repeatedly asking for documents which are difficult to procure. Many families may not have it, which even the Supreme Court judges have said, where they said add some more documents which can be used as citizenship proof, which is again denied by Election Commission. The questions that arise are the time frame that has been given to this entire process. the number of so-called voters who are, being weeded out because they were not in their place or they were dead as per the Election Commission is a bit unfortunate. We need to really figure out if those are the numbers. So what happened during the Lok Sabha? Were they misused? So that is another question. The third most important question is the timing of the entire SIR. So Tejasvi Yadav ji has been raising this repeatedly, and of course this kind of weeding out of voters and disenfranchising some voters, deliberate removal of some voters, which we saw happen in Maharashtra, which changed the election outcome, could very well happen in Bihar, and it could become a brunt that Tejasvi Yadav ji faces. So he's expressed his apprehensions, and we totally support the protest against this entire election process that has been carried out by Election Commission of India on behalf of the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Let that process start. It is now they have just started the process. Let that dates of the elections be announced. India Alliance will decide when it is announced, when the dates are announced. But it is a clear-cut strategy to divert from the real issue of SIR and the failure in Pahalgam and other issues. Government is trying to divert from the real issue, and they wanted to have a debate on vice president election and others. We will not get into that thing. We are concentrating on SIR and the Pahalgam failure.